Hello students, today from chapter 16 Light we will start with the topic formation of image in a plane mirror. Whenever an object is placed in front of a plane mirror, its image is formed in the plane mirror and we can locate the image of that object in plane mirror by using the laws of reflection of light. I already explained you laws of reflection of light in our previous video. To get it more clear about how the image formation takes place in a plane mirror and the features, let's have an activity. What you have to do, suppose a small object O is placed in front of a plane mirror. We can mark that place of the mirror as M and M dash. That is your mirror. You refer to the figure carefully, children. And O is the object which is placed in front of the plane mirror. The image of this object O, you will able to see that in plane mirror. Now, we have to locate the position of the image which is formed in that plane mirror. We can locate it by using the laws of reflection. Okay. So, what you have to do, from O, assuming O as an object, O is the object, from O, the light rays which is going to strike in O and fall down on the plane mirror. So we will call that rays as the incident ray. You can say OA and OB are the two incident rays falling on the plane mirror. And after striking on the plane mirror, obviously both the rays are going to reflect. So AX and AY are the reflected rays. So what we can say, that the incident ray which is OA is going to reflect in another direction, in the direction of X. AX is the reflected ray for OA. And for OB, which one is the reflected rays? BY is the reflected ray for OB. OB is the incident ray for the mirror and BY is the reflected ray for the mirror. These reflected rays are responsible for the formation of image. When you will observe the figure, you will find the reflected rays AX and BY are going apart. They are not meeting somewhere. Actually, they are going apart. But they are meeting beyond the mirror, beyond the plane mirror. So, we have to produce these reflected rays AX and BY backward. Backward means behind the mirror by the dotted lines. And you will find that they are meeting at the point I, where the image formation is going to take place. As you all know, children, that we able to see the image of an object when the rays reflected, when the reflected rays of that object are going to reach to our eye. So, when you will see the plane mirror, to locate the image of this object O, you will find the reflected rays which is reaching to your eyes, AX and BY, which is entering to your eyes, are going to appear to meet at the point I behind the mirror. So we can say point I is the image of the object O. And since the reflected rays of light do not actually meet at the image point I, they are not actually meeting, they are only appear to do so. So that's why we used to call that image as an virtual image. This is one of the characteristic feature of the image formed in a plane mirror, that the image formed in plane mirror is virtual. Virtual means imaginary. We cannot obtain that on a screen. Okay, it is just, we just expected that the image is forming there. So students, in this way, in plane mirror we able to see the image of any object. We can locate the image of any object. Now, on this basis, here are some characteristic features of image formed by a plane mirror. The image formed by a plane mirror is virtual. Just now I told you what I mean by virtual. Virtual means image, that imaginary. Means we can say that the image formed by a plane mirror cannot be obtained on a screen. Means we able to see the image in the plane mirror, but it cannot be formed on a screen placed behind the plane mirror where we expect the image appears to be. Second feature of image formed by a plane mirror is that the image formed by a plane mirror is behind the mirror. Next, the image formed by a plane mirror is at the same distance behind the mirror as the object is in front of it. Means whatever distance is there between the object and plane mirror, the same distance will be there between the plane mirror and the image behind the mirror. Next, the image formed in a plane mirror is of same size as the object. Okay, means in terms of length, breadth, height, exactly as the object will have, the same you will get in the image also. There will be no change. So same size, image formed will be of same size as the object. Image formed by a plane mirror is erect. Erect means top will be at the top only, and the bottom of the object will be in the bottom only. That is known as erect. Okay, so image formed in a plane mirror will always erect. Then image formed in the plane mirror is also shows the property of lateral inversion. Now what is lateral inversion? Lateral inversion means in an image formed by a plane mirror, you will find the left side of the object appears to be on the right side in the image, whereas the right side of the object appears to be on the left side of the image. This kind of change of sides of an object and its mirror image is called lateral inversion. So the image formed in a plane mirror shows the property of lateral inversion. The left of the object will become right of the image and the right of object will become left of the image. So children, you all have to remember all these characteristic features of image formed by a plane mirror. The next topic is regular and diffuse reflection. Reflection used to be categorized under two subtopics, regular reflection and diffuse reflection. Regular reflection, children, occurs through smooth surface, and you will find all the reflected rays are parallel to each other. Whereas in case of diffused reflection, or you can also say call it as irregular reflection, it takes place through the rough surface, and you will find that the reflected rays are splitting in different directions. As the surface is rough, in case of diffused reflection, the rays, when the incident rays, when it is going to fall down, all are parallel, but when it is going to reflect back, they all will reflected in different directions. Whereas in case of regular reflection, it takes place from smooth surface. So when the rays are coming, means the incident rays, they all are parallel, and when it is reflecting back, then also they all are reflecting in same direction. And remember, image formation always takes place from the surface, regular surface reflection. Whenever the reflection takes place from regular surface, means the regular reflection only is responsible for the formation of image. Now here comes the Bujo. He is having again a query. I have a question. Can the reflected rays be further reflected if incident on another mirror? Incident means it is going to fall down. Okay, so he is having a query that can a reflected rays can be further reflected if incident on another mirror. Means एक reflected rays जो है वो अगर किसी और mirror पे fall down होता है तो वो उस mirror के लिए incident ray कहलाएगा. तो क्या वो फिर से reflect होता है? तो what do you think the answer should be? If you have understood the concept of reflection, then the answer is yes. You will able to understood this, that the answer of his question is yes. The reflected rays can be reflected again and again. Whatever number of times it will strike on another surface, it is going to reflect. So reflected light can be reflected again, and we are having some examples for this. And the best example you will find in the hairdresser's shop, where it is the reflected light which reflects again, and it helps the person to see the haircut at the back of his head at a hairdresser's shop. Okay, see what used to happen after giving the haircut to the person, the hairdresser, they used to hold a small plane mirror behind the head of the person, and the light coming from hair at the back, बालों से टकरा के जो light उसमें हेड से पास हो रहा है एंड इट रिफ्लेक्टेड बाय दिस स्मॉल मिरर ऑन टू अ बिग मिरर. स्मॉल मिरर से टकरा के ये बिग मिरर पे रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है विच इज इन द फ्रंट ऑफ द person. And this big mirror, what it will do, it will reflect the reflected light again, due to which the person can see the image which reaches to the person's eye, and the person can see the image of the back hair of his head, showing how the hair have been cut at the back side of his head. So I hope you understood that the reflected rays, reflected light can be reflected again. This is one of the best example. One more example you can use, I'm going to let you know over here, is about periscope. Now what is periscope? Children, periscope is an optical instrument or a device in which reflected light is reflected again. Okay. It is a device through which a person can see objects that are out of the direct line of sight. Means आपको direct नहीं देखना है, आपको means it is at a different line, different level. So that time you can make use of periscope. It is used inside the submarines, inside the bunkers, to have an eye on the enemies. Okay. You can see the diagram of periscope. And remember, a periscope works on the reflection of light from two plane mirrors arranged parallel to one another. You will observe there are two plane mirrors which are parallel, arranged in an inclined manner. Okay, and the light rays coming from one of the direction, it strikes from mirror and send it to the another mirror. Reflected rays reaches to another mirror, and then from then again it will reflect and it reaches to eye, and the person able to see the image of that object which is not in the sight of its line. It is at a different level. So the person able to see that image. Now we are going to learn about the next concept, multiple images. When two plane mirrors are kept inclined at an angle, they can form multiple images of an object. Means दो plane mirror को अगर हम किसी भी एक angle पे join करके रखते हैं, we able to see the multiple images of an object. एक single object रहेगा, but we able to see the multiple images of that object. So for that you can have this activity. What you have to do, you have to take two plane mirrors, just at any angle, just join from its one side and keep it like this as shown in the figure, and keep any object, candle or any object, a coin, any object, you can keep it in the center. You will find multiple images. When you will change the angle, you will find many images. Okay, so, and why is it so? This is because the image of object formed in one plane mirror acts as object for the other plane mirror. Okay, the image of object which is formed in one plane mirror, it acts as an image for the for other plane mirror. Okay, that's why it is going to reflect again and again, and we able to see number of many images. And it has been found that if two plane mirrors are inclined at an angle of x, the number of images formed in them you can calculate by using this formula. Okay, number of images formed which is equal to 360 degree by x. And what is x? X is the angle at which we have set that two mirrors minus 1. By this formula you can calculate the number of images formed. So when you calculate, just for an example, two plane mirrors, when it is inclined at an angle of 90 degree, it forms three images of object placed between them. Like this you can calculate for different other angles. Sum of the number of images formed when angles are arranged at different degree is given in this chart. You can refer this. Now about one more optical instrument we are learning over here, going to learn, is kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is also going to work on the basis of multiple image formation. Okay. Kaleidoscope is an instrument that contains inclined plane mirrors which produce multiple reflections of colored glass pieces and create beautiful patterns. And remember that in kaleidoscope, whenever you will see a pattern, that same pattern is not going to form again. Okay, you will able to find a pattern once only, you will not able to find that pattern again. Every time a new pattern is going to form, and it is used by designers of wallpapers, fabrics, as well as by artists to get ideas for new patterns. So for today, this much on